Shoot, son, it don't get no better than that right there.
They lined up.
Oh!
I'm from New York, I'm desperate.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the new Goonzquad garage. And I gotta say, this sucker is looking absolutely amazing and we are beyond excited to be at this stage of the process. So what we ended up doing was calling some contractors out here. They went absolute ham and they got this sucker finished up from the ceiling to the walls, to the outside, to the inside. Dude, this place is looking absolutely amazing. And although the structure is 100% complete, we still got a good bit more to go. But you know what? We are moving right along, and the next major thing is to actually focus on this office right here. We're gonna have a pretty big office. It's gonna be 20 by 20, and the next thing that we gotta do in order to continue is basically install a storefront right there, and we already found one, but they usually take like 3 weeks, and we found one that can come in one day, dude.
Yeah, one day, and if nobody knows what a storefront is, it's just a glass door with like windows on the side. It's gonna look super clean, and then after that's installed, dude, I mean, it's crazy. We're pulling strings left and right to try to get this done as fast as possible, and dude, one day, dude, that's crazy.
One day, we actually found it on eBay, and we noticed that it was pretty close by, about 2 hours away. We called them up, and we said, we'd throw in like 300 more bucks if they can expedite it, and they said, we could do it in one day. So we just get pumped to go get it, dude. Yeah. That's awesome right there. We'll throw that sucker in right there, and then after that, we can call in the framers. They're gonna come out here and give us an estimate, I guess, and kind of just tell us what we need to order as far as lumber. Then they're gonna slap that sucker together, and then they're gonna like frame it up, and then they're gonna slap sheetrock on it and all that good stuff. This is gonna be the ultimate productivity place right here, dude. From the inside over there where we're gonna work on cars to the inside over here where we're gonna bid on cars.
Yes, sir, dude.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be pretty epic right here. We're just super excited to be here because this right here I thought was gonna take longer than honestly than it actually happened.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It was just a blessing to actually get those guys out here and for their hard work, dude. We 100%. Are just 100% blessed on that. And dude, we're gonna move on to the next stages of this thing.
That's right.
Dude.
And also we gotta do a bunch of brainstorming because we got electricians that are gonna come out, and we also gotta think about where we're gonna put our lifts and all the high powered stuff. And also we're gonna even probably put a big old fan in here. You know, one of those helicopter blades?
One of those, the biggest fan you can put in here, dude. So something super nice, because we're probably not gonna run HVAC in the actual big shop as of yet, because we want to see what this installation actually does, right?
Exactly, yeah. Our main HVAC is going to be in the office area right here, which should be super simple. I think a fan will do the trick right there, but man, this is epic right here. We're about to actually roll some B-roll for you guys from the outside, how they got it looking. Dude, it's perfect. Dude,
gutters and all look beautiful. I mean, I've never been so excited about a building, dude.
Dude, this right here, I'm sure you guys are excited as well, because we've been talking about this for the longest time, and now
finally happening,
to see things just going in fast motion is just unreal. And also we even went ahead and ordered garage doors to get installed, so we are just basically just scheduling everything. So all that stuff is in the works. We're gonna be out here real soon, just moving out here, honestly, which is gonna be crazy. But as right now, I say we go ahead, roll some B-roll of the entire building. Then we're gonna probably head back to the house and actually work on some cars. Alright, so back at the house here after checking out that beautiful building, which just looks absolutely magnificent. We made it back over here to the original Goonzquad garage. And as you guys can tell, we basically outgrew this place, so that's why we're super excited about that place over there. But anyways, before we got started on working on anything, we went ahead and went upstairs and we had some food because it's like festive time right now, festival time, whatever you call it. It's Thanksgiving right around the corner. We got family out here. We have Fat Fingers food out here, and he just like cooked up some Korean barbecue that was just fire, dude.
Amazing,
oh my
man.
goodness. I was super happy to see them down here. I'm always happy to see them, especially baby Oliver.
Oh
man.
yeah, 100%, dude.
When he wakes up, he's been sleeping left and right, so once he wakes up, maybe we'll show you
Put
guys.
him to work or something,
Dude, he's like, he weighs so much more. He's getting so much taller, bigger. I can't wait for him to actually
start helping us out, yeah.
Tearing stuff apart. But anyways, what we're gonna continue working on is actually this TRX right here, the TRX bed, because the cab is basically 100% complete. That thing is too beautiful to just be sitting there without a bed, man. We gotta have this bed on there. This is gonna be the best look for that truck,
yeah,
man.
100%. And I mean, this is gonna be a lot of work, so we want to go ahead and get started right now.
That's right. We basically got all the components except for this piece right here, this bed pan, which we are looking at this closely, and it ends right there. And this bed pan, honestly, is not too bad. We could possibly straighten that sucker out and just reattach it to the reinforcement bars at the bottom, and it'll flatten out to OEM specs.
It just popped off of some welds right there, some spot welds. You spot weld that sucker back together, it'd be good as new, dude.
That'd be awesome if we could save that. But anyways, I say we go ahead and pop off this ram bar that everybody loves, and I just hate. Do you like that bar, actually?
I mean, it's all right, but I think it's gonna look better without it. I mean, it's a love and hate relationship with that thing right now, so we'll figure it out later, dude.
We'll figure that out later, but anyways, let's just go ahead and pop off a few things off the bed, start bringing out some belt sanders and some grinders, and try to pop off one of these sides.
I'm from New York. I'm desperate. I need a pizza. 2437.
This is insane. A bunch of spot welds a couple hours later, and man, look at where we're at, dude.
A bunch? You mean like over 1,000 spot welds? I mean, I was sitting there belt sanding every single one, drilling a few of them, trying to save some of these parts because this is still good. We're trying to retain the bottom of this bed as well. So, I mean, it took all day, but we popped it off. There goes the inner structure right there. Crazy damage on that. And also the bedside right there. Pop that thing clean off. I mean, that's pretty much it. Next, we'll just have to replace this little piece right here, which that's super easy. We got the new one right here, a couple spot welds. Throw that sucker on there, weld it up. And we got this piece right here, which this is gonna be our most important piece. There's actually a little problem that we're running into. Not really a problem, just a solution to a problem that we're trying to do right now.
Yeah, we gotta make a decision right now, a huge decision. Do we wanna change this whole entire piece right here, or do we wanna splice into it? Because if we do change the whole entire piece, what's it gonna take?
If we change this whole entire piece right here, we're basically gonna have to do the exact same thing we did on that bedside over there in the inner structure. Pop all this off, brand new OEM, no damage at all, a quarter panel or a bedside right here. And if we do that, we can risk like
damaging it
and stuff like that. And what we want to do is actually retain this, because if we retain this, we can actually work off of this good side right here and square it off to the side that we're going to replace. I mean, we're going to measure it, make sure everything is perfect. And if you replace that and redo everything, it's not going to be original. And on top top of that, you're gonna risk not having it all like lined up properly.
That's right, yeah. If you start from scratch, dude, it's gonna be an absolute nightmare trying to line everything up, I think.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna probably leave this and we're just gonna splice into this right here, dude,
yeah, so
right?
if you move along right here up underneath this thing, there's some beautiful holes already pre-cut from factory. And if you just do it right on the edge, do a perfectly good line, square it off and cut it exactly perfect and do the same thing to that new one, you can easily splice this thing in. I mean, this is really thick metal, so it'll be easy to weld properly, or you can reinforce it with some other metal on the inside as well. And on top of that, this thing bolts down in the frame. So there's one bolt here and there's one bolt there. So once you splice it in, tack weld everything on, put it on the truck to test fit it, and if the bolt holes line up perfect, you're squared and you're good to go, dude.
It's gonna be probably stronger than original, if not just as strong. You know what I mean?
The only thing this piece is doing is basically just keeping your quarter panel, not your quarter panel, your bed sides squared off properly. So that's what it does, and it holds the tailgate. So that would be super simple if we just do that. Just replace it, and then we can honestly go ahead and just fix this bottom floor pan, knock it out. This is some thin metal for being a floor pan, so we can easily pop that out with a couple body hammers, probably tear this bed liner off right here, which I don't know how we're gonna do that. I've never worked with this stuff before. It's super thick. Hopefully we can somehow rip it off and like just the bottom of it and probably blend it in with some new bed liner.
Dude, that's gonna be crazy. But look at this, man. We actually got less work than I was thinking. So this is gonna move faster than I thought.
Yeah,
man.
if we do that, splice it in, dude, we can have this bed together in a couple days. And we ordered a tailgate. We forgot totally about the tailgate. I thought we had a good one, but it's damaged. But it's gonna be in a couple days. And once the tailgate comes in, we're gonna measure everything out, weld everything up 100%. And I mean, even might as well paint it as well, dude.
Yeah, so if we go that route, definitely gonna save us a lot of time, and I think we're actually gonna do that right there.
We'll have that TRX on the road as soon as possible.
Yeah, but we're just gonna tack it probably for now, and until that tailgate gets in, then we could weld it on. You know what I mean?
Tack it on, and then we'll throw it onto the truck, make sure everything is aligned, and then the tailgate goes on there. We're A-okay after that.
That's gonna be awesome. But as you guys can tell, outside it's a little dark because we have been out here for a couple of hours.
Knocking it out, dude.
We're gonna probably chill with fam, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and chill with fam for a little bit because they're out of state, and then we'll catch you guys in the morning.
Alrighty guys, so it is actually the next day here, and as you can tell, we went straight to work on this bed right here, tore it apart a little bit more. First thing we did was actually rip off this bed liner, which that stuff was super tough. We watched a couple videos of how people remove it, and the best method is just to kind of just slice little strips, grab some vice grips and just kind of pull on it, and we ended up taking all that off right there. I think we'll be able to just blend into it, and honestly, I don't think we'll have to do any body work, just probably some welding, some grinding, and I think you won't even see any of the dents because that stuff is thick, and also it levels out, I think.
Yeah, 100%, and we're gonna get it as straight as possible. Right now, we're just looking at it. We haven't even touched it yet, but once we start hammering some stuff down and welding those new bars down, we'll get it straight,
That's right, and the reason why we removed these bars right here is because one of them was a little bit kind of bananaed. The other one was pretty straight, but the main thing is to actually be able to get this sucker straight right there. And those bars underneath are just reinforcement bars, and it didn't allow it to straighten out. So pop them suckers clean out. And now I think that's what we're gonna work on, is trying to straighten that out. Or should we go ahead and cut off this other support beam?
Yeah, we might as well just go ahead and cut it off. That way we can easily get up under all this stuff and tap it out, dude.
Yeah, so as soon as we get that sucker cut off and we get this sucker straight right here, then we're gonna start working on splicing that piece in right there. Then we'll probably tack this in, tack in the other piece right here, tack in this whole entire bed, I think. Dude.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably gonna tack everything in, maybe even vice grip a few things, and then we can throw it on the, because that's the main goal, is to put it on the truck to see if everything lines up.
That is right. So I say we go ahead, just keep on moving, and hopefully get this sucker test fitted on the TRX. Shoot, son, it don't get no better than that right there.
It lined up perfectly, dude.
Oh my goodness. So we went ahead and spliced in this piece right here, and we got that sucker perfectly, used the levels on it.
Dude, use the levels, and we used that belt cutter, which that thing cuts perfectly straight lines.
Yep.
We did it on both pieces, and that thing went exactly where it needed to go, and we welded that sucker right up, dude.
That's right, and then we were able to actually straighten this piece out right here, got it as flat as possible. It's still tack welded over here, it needs to be welded up along that edge.
Yeah, once we start like tack welding it in like a sequence like this from both edges and come to a point right here, it's all gonna straighten out, and then we can do the little stuff later on. But for the most part, we tack the inner structure in. That sucker is sitting exactly where it needs to be, and I mean, that's it, man. That's pretty much it. All we gotta do is basically finish welding everything up, throw the braces underneath, and then throw the bedside, which we're just gonna throw the bedside on to see how it fits, and those braces, we'll worry about that probably later.
Yeah,
know?
Before we weld it up, like we mentioned, we're still gonna wait on that tailgate because there could be a little bit of adjustments just on this bedside, and that's about it. Everything else is, I think, is gonna be spot on.
Everything is spot on, if not already spot on, because I mean, we did a lot of measurements trying to get this thing, and it's looking good. We keep running to that side. Good thing we didn't mess with that side, because we're looking exactly how this stuff is welded on. We're making sure we have the exact same gappage with this panel to this piece, and just going back and forth. So that's the good reason why we did this, because we were gonna look off of that side.
That's right. So what we're gonna do right now is actually go ahead and crack open the bedside, test fit it on this side over here. We're gonna test fit the bed on the truck, dude.
Let's do it.
Alrighty guys, so check this thing out right here. We finally threw that bed on there just to test fit it, and I gotta say, that truck just looks so much more better, wouldn't you say right there, dude?
It looks almost complete now, dude. With that bed on there, it finally looks like a truck, dude.
I am super happy to have this sucker on here and also save probably around $10,000 or roughly around $8,000. So in parts, it probably costed us around $2,000 plus the labor, of course, lots of time. But you know what? I think it's well worth it. It's nice and neat to see how this stuff gets put together. So we got that sucker on there. All we got to do is basically just weld everything up, wait for our tailgate, paint this thing up. Then we just got a few more little touches to this truck, and man, it'll be finished before you know it. But you know what? That's going to be all for today's video. I hope you guys are enjoying this TRX build and also the shop update as well. But also make sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. And if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at Goonzquad. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.